Welcome back, everyone. It's a New Year's Day video, and the reason I am making this video is because last night went over to a friend's house, shot fireworks off, and as you can see, the vehicle is covered in firework debris. And last year I had the same problem, and I wasn't sure what to do, and it was recommended by Ivan LaCroix to do a water spot removal process on the vehicle to remove all the contaminants that came from the sky. So I'm going to be going over that process. I apologize if I don't have the best angle because it is really windy right now, and the last time I had my tripod out, it almost got blown over. And well, no, it did get blown over, and my phone almost dropped. And this will also be a great opportunity to test out Reactivation Shampoo by Chemie, or however you would like to pronounce it. Now, what I've done, I have my wash buckets over here ready to go. I put 1 ounce in the wash bucket. I put 1.5 ounces in 30 ounces of water in my foam cannon. So the process that I'm going to do, and since it is windy, the product has the chance, or is going to dry quicker than normal. So that's why I'm talking over real quick what I did, or what I'm going to do, and then we'll switch over to a time lapse, and then I'm going to go through the process. That way I can get through it a little bit quicker and beat the wind drying the product on the surface, because that's what you don't want. So what I'm going to do, I already cleaned the wheels and tires. I did that off camera because, you know, not a lot of people want to see that. But I'm going to pre-treat the upper parts of the vehicle because they are the main ones that has the contamination on it. I'm going to pre-treat with DIY All Clean 15:1, and then immediately as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go right into using the foam cannon to foam. I'm going to let it dwell as long as I can, rinse it off, refoam, and go into the contact wash. Last year it worked. It removed all the contamination, brought it back to a nice smooth surface, because you can feel the contamination in the paint. And I can only imagine that allowing this stuff to sit on the paint is not going to be good for it at all. So I'm going to leave the camera in the garage where it's protected from the wind so it doesn't get knocked over. And let's switch over to the time lapse, and I'm going to get the process started. Another note, if I need to, I will do a clay towel treatment on the paint and the glass surfaces. And then I also have G-Technic wash soap as a neutralizing process. So let me switch over to time lapse and let's get this process started. All right, so we just got finished up with the second foaming, which will add an extra layer of lubrication after removing the grit. And I wanted to talk you through what I'm feeling at the moment. and find out if the reactivation shampoo is actually removing that heavy grit. Now, obviously, you want to let the soap and your cleaner dwell as long as you possibly can without your product drying on the surface, because that is when you will get problems. So if there was no wind, I would let it dwell even longer. So here's where we're at. I'm going to wash this side of the vehicle, and then I'm going to feel the paint and see if I need to get a little more aggressive and bust out the clay towel. All right, so feeling the back glass, I don't feel anything. There wasn't anything on the trunk lid, well, on the lower quarter here. All right, so feeling the surface now, I am not feeling any grit. So that lets you know that doing your pre-treat system and using your wash mitt plus the dwell time is doing the job. It's removing the firework grit safely from the surface. That way your paint is protected now, or clean and non-contaminated. Now, obviously the fireworks happened last night, so it is pretty fresh. If you were to do this process a couple days later, you might need to take an extra step. You know, you might have to bust out a clay mitt or even a stronger water spot remover to remove that gunk off the surface. But as of right now, everything is gone. And the good thing is, as well, is the mineral contamination that may have been on the surface is being safely removed. Now let's feel the roof on the driver's side. I don't feel anything, not feeling anything. So that is excellent. Now, once you're finished with your wash process and you go into drying, if you're not about to recoat your vehicle, I would imagine that this would be the perfect time to top off any protection. So, you know, use a wax or a quick detailer with some kind of protection built in. It is your choice on what you grab. But I'm actually going to be polishing and recoating this vehicle soon. So I'm just going to use a plain Jane, good old drying aid that does not add protection to the surface. Now, with the passenger side of the vehicle being in the sun, that is also today. As soon as I'm finished, which I'm almost done, we're going to rinse it off. We're going to start on that side and get it rinsed off so we can back it into the garage and finish the process. And actually, you know what? Let's quickly go over it with G-Technic as a neutralizer. So I'm going to start over on the passenger side because it's been sitting longer. There we go. All right. Now, fortunately, the surface is clean. So this is just to neutralize the water spot remover and the reactivation shampoo. So there's no need to go crazy redunking your mitt into the bucket. The name of the game is get it on the surface, neutralize the acidic water spot removing shampoo. So, and the other benefit is you are re-wetting the surface, preventing it from drying on. So as you can see, this is a very quick process. Now obviously if you want, you can redunk your wash media whenever you feel like it. Yeah, this has brought back all the slickness. And once I'm done, we'll go over and show you the performance of G-Technic XO-V4. One of the benefits of being taller, you can reach the whole vehicle almost without moving. There we go. Not the tallest, but believe it or not, I'm the short one of the males in my family at 6'2", so you know, I'm vertically challenged in the family. There we go. There we go. Super fast. Now, the other good thing as well, when you're catching this firework contamination early, it doesn't take long. I think I've maybe been working in about 10 minutes. So it's not a long process when you're able to get right to it. Now, one more tip I have, if you are working with a breeze or with the sun facing one side of the vehicle, then I would recommend dunking your wash mitt more frequently just to make sure you're putting more of that moisture and the soap on the surface. So since this side is in the sun, I'm going to re-go over it one more time real quick, and then we will switch over to a time lapse and rinse it off and get it back into the garage out of the wind. So we all finished with the decontamination process. The surface is slick, feels the way it should. And actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's rinse off part of the vehicle so you can see the hydrophobics. There we go. So as you can see, the coating is healthy. The only thing I'm noticing real quick is that near the lower parts of the vehicle, it is slowing down. But this has been on for about 6 months. And it is only a 1-year-ish coating. Yeah, look at that. Seems like the hood took a significantly bigger hit. All right. But overall, I would say the coating is doing healthy. It seems like C2, or not C2, but the ceramic sealant version 2 that I applied about a month or 2 ago, seems like that has wore off at this point. Maybe it's not a fan of a harsher decontamination process, you know, doing the all clean plus the reactivation shampoo. That is possible, because on top what you're seeing is the sealant, and it's either that or once the sealant fully wears off, the coating will come back through. But hopefully in a couple weeks it'll be polished and freshly coated. So let's switch over to a time lapse and I'll finish rinsing off the vehicle. We'll get it pulled into the garage, and when I'm all finished, we'll go do a overview of the vehicle. All right, so we are finished doing the full post firework wash or detail. And as you can see, there's no more firecracker remnants. It is nice and smooth. No more bumps. A little bit dusty from sitting here while I finished everything up. Redressed the tires. Looking good. Not seeing any drips anywhere. It's nice and shiny. Now, you can see, because previously there was a whole bunch of the firework debris on the front cowl here. That is all gone. All that stuff is gone from there. Nice and clean. You can see my reflection. No longer bumpy. And the great thing is, it did not require a clay mitt. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you like the kind of content that I'm posting, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. If you know somebody who could use the information in this video, share it with them. And that is going to be a wrap. And also, if there's any of the products that you would like to try that I used, I have an affiliate link with DIY detail. If you decide to use it, I do get a small cut from your purchase. That's going to be the end of this video. Have a great new year, and I hope it is better than 2024 for everybody. That's it. Bye.